was to stop the initiation so that they had enough time to recover and regroup and use the Mars.
Well, just regroup, catch their breath, and lock down this damn Void Spirit. But I don't know if they're going to get that chance anymore, Avo, because speaking of Lauren off, has got his beat now freshly delivered. 10 seconds on this one. See what he can make use of here. He's going to be up against an E-Blade, I believe. Yeah, so Morphling now finishing that one after the fight. Great fight out from the Hellraisers. This could be perhaps the turning point for them after not so good looking early game. We'll see. Rezo, he is just building to be a tank and then into the Blink Dagger next. So he needs probably just about a minute of free farm or one more fight to kill, and they've got it.
Yeah, I mean, now they're starting to look much stronger. Hellraiser and Morphling is, of course, already. Now he's level 18. He could realistically just get the axe now, and he'd be happy with it. I again don't love the E-Blade this game. I think it just adds the same kind of power that you already have, which is your bursting power. I don't think you really need that. Like, if you're gonna catch a Coddle with your chest totem, he's dead. I don't think you need to.
Okay, so you're not against it because, I mean, I think you are against it because it didn't allow him to fight in the early game as well as a different stats build would have. But now that
I feel like if Gambit and Dive, if they hadn't done that in your tier 2 tower, then I don't think that you would have gotten the chance to recover.
Oh, sorry, it's Divant.
Okay, so that and dive into your tower, then they wouldn't have been able to recover that so easily. I think the E-Blade was a bit of a gamble there, and I still don't see the utility. I don't think it's the wrong item. It's more along the lines of, I think there might have been better items that were loved more, or even just getting the axe by now. But now with the E-Blade ready, I think you can easily Coddle and maybe even the Void Spirit.
Smoke's gonna break mid lane. Rezo's gonna be the only one to get his smoke broken, but they probably realize that's just the tail end of it.
Rezo broke one smoke.
Sorry?
Rezo broke one smoke.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, they saw each other.
He was dancing as well, so he has extra constant power. You see Gambit is just pushing forward because
Wraith King BKB, they might be able to take this pretty quickly here after this. This could snowball. They do. And I mean this game, not just this fight. Vasco already getting caught here. Nice rolling over there. She's protecting the Earth Spirit. Lil getting control. As rolling up +1, already making quick work of that score.
But anyway, now with the arena, they actually do spear the Coddle, do the impossible, murder the Horseman. And now it's actually Gambit who has to retreat. They couldn't really utilize the Ravage effectively. I gotta say that was more Cover's fault than anything. His positioning was a bit aggressive. Overly aggressive. Yeah, he just catch up to him. That's endless. Oh, they forced the BKB.
That's a big win. That's a really big win for Hellraisers.
That's as much as you can get out of this, honestly.
Well, and the 2 support kills, I would say, as well.
Well, exactly. That's what I mean. Like, this is the best case scenario. I mean, I don't think you would have won that if they hadn't done that play, right? Where they had just run at you, especially with a Coddle. Like, Earthquake, sure, but Coddle?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, you need to be that far ahead.
It's actually kind of another reason I don't really love the E-Blade this game. It's because, I mean, let's run down the line, right, of people he could hit with the E-Blade. Wraith King doesn't care. I'm just going in order, right? Wraith King doesn't care. You kill him on his first life, pops BKB on the second life, kills you on the second one, right? Coddle, sure, okay, but it's a Coddle. Do you even need E-Blade for him? Right.
Kill him with
Tidehunter doesn't care. Earth Spirit, really tanky, 4.4 strength gain, so even without really strength items, he's going to be really strong. And our Void Spirit has many ways to just avoid it, quite frankly. So I totally agree with you, but if Hellraisers can make it work, then, you know, kudos to them, right?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think that the choices by Gambit now are starting to be a bit more questionable. They're starting to make small mistakes that you just need to. I've seen this a lot from teams. You know, you're winning, then you reach your point of inflection. Enemy team doesn't really know what to do, and you start to realize, all right, no, sorry, you don't know what to do against the enemy team because they're a bit too strong. And you start to realize, all right, I need to like think of an alternative plan to deal with it.
On top of that, Gambit were winning the early game, but I would argue probably for about the next 6-7 minutes, this is like the power peak of Hellraisers all games. We still have probably just the Ags to go here from Morphling. He's really close to it though. He's about to have it, in fact, and that'll be flying his way over. From here until like 32 minutes, they're at their strongest. And Gambit, if they can just get through these next 6 minutes, using their long duration BKBs, using their superior team fight, and trying to hold on to their objectives, I think they still stand a really, really great chance of winning this game, even if they lose all their outer towers.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I don't think this is over by any means. Actually, both teams have a pretty similar lineup in terms of tempo, right? So I'd say that this game can be open as far as the game goes.
I agree.
For the most part.
I would just say, based on the fact that you have a Mars and a Timbersaw, who are both generally pretty strong or kind of falling off at this point, that's why I would give the edge to Hellraisers and not late game.
Yeah, because they're team fight. Yeah, I can see the point, but I'd say that Void Spirit is kind of similar to Mars, where you don't completely fall off, but you're not as strong.
Not at all. I just, like I said, that's the only reason is because you have two of these same type of heroes. Which
I'm not disagreeing. Sorry, I'm just trying to point out like different aspects. Because I do feel like, honestly, it depends more on the execution right now than anything else.
Okay.
And I think that both teams, if you get the strong initiation, you can not advance just right now for the next 30 minutes, right?
Oh, we've heard the. Yep, here it is. Oh, right.
Well, I mean, he is permamorph now.
He is permamorph. Again, not maxing the enchant totem. I think this makes sense because you just have to max fissure and aftershock with the shard.
I mean, I like it as a hero more than like a clone.
I agree. I agree. But the issue. Oh, here. No, not yet. Not yet. But the issue is he's only doing this for the Aghanim shard, which is going to get nerfed, and then eventually we're going to see the build shift yet again. So.
What, for morphling, you mean?
For the Earthshaker.
Oh, for the Ag shard.
Yeah, because you want to max it because now there's 8 seconds, it lasts longer, stuns a little bit longer. Aftershock, again, the stun's longer, you need to be able to actually reach, so...
You actually do.
You really do, yeah. To me, though,
did you know that you didn't have to be next to the fissure, by the way, to trip? I didn't... When first the shard came out, I was testing it out. I didn't think, oh yes, I can just get global aftershocks if I leave a piece of stone.
Well, I mean, it makes sense, right? And he shakes the whole Earth, and if there's a specific part of the Earth he's already manipulated...
So would that reverberate, but the rest of the Earth is fine?
Well, because that's not his part of the Earth. He puts down the fissure himself, right?
Oh, he creates it.
He creates it.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
So his Earth all shakes at the same time?
Yeah, well, he shakes the whole Earth, right? But his specific part of the Earth shakes as well. I
guess I can see the logic.
What's even funnier is that I think there's some really weird Rubik interactions with it, where if Rubik steals fissure, it just like works. He just always aftershocks.
Yeah, but it's still his piece of Earth, right? Yeah. So it makes sense,
Of course,
As
of
the
course.
lore says.
Yeah.
See how dumb it is when I try to justify these things as you know the lore, which makes no sense. Yeah, but that shard is incredibly strong. The fact that you can do it globally makes it so you can leave a fissure, literally blink away, and just put them and just keep hitting them. I mean, I've seen an Earthshaker. I actually was casting a game in South America where an Earthshaker, and I kid you not, I think it might have been casting.
Of course.
He left a fissure and he was in the trees and he echo slammed. I'm like, oh my god, don't do it, just do it. There was nobody around him, but then he actually echo slammed to get an extra bit of stun in the fissure, and he got the kill because his blink dagger was on cooldown. And I was like, this is the most 5-head play I ever seen.
Yeah, it's something.
Wasting your echo slam to get the shard off, like wow. Color me impressed, son.
So we're 2 minutes away from my 32-minute initial guesstimate timing. We're going to smoke again, but real quick, I really think a big strength of the Earthshaker shard and why we see it so much is because it allows your carries.
Also, look at this build is also fully on the fissure with the ether lens.
It really lets you it lets your cores close the gap super easily because a secondary stun as soon as the fissure gives you vision is amazing. Here we go.
Go for the Earthshaker first. He has the target. Now kill. Easy. Moment. Silent. Gambit catches the second one if they can. That's pretty good. The stuns is nice for now, but the E-Blade saves him. And that is one of the advantages the E-Blade will give you the ability. And they finish him off, though it seems like they're gonna have much trouble. And even despite the E-Blade helping him out, he didn't have the space to stop the TP away.
Yeah, he kind of got, I don't want to say left for dead there by his team because he was farming there on his own accord, but you can see Rezo was like, we go in there? No, I don't think so. Let's try and snipe bounties. Gambit, though, they read this extremely well, so they're going to force Nick and Dansport away. The Vampire kicks away now one, but they're going to turn out with a Death Ward, immediately Sonic and the Void Spirit are going to shut the Doctor. No, he's still going, but unfortunately, Excess Vampire hides away in the pit. That's going to be the third death here at Gambit. They're probably going to use this opportunity to get straight into Roche, and I think they should. They want to kill on the Nyx first. They don't disagree with it. It looks like they're going to find it. There they go, locking him down. 5 heroes immediately surrounded Timbersaw, and down he goes. 3 heroes dead for 30 seconds. Roche available for the taking, and this age is looking real good now for Gambit Esports.
I got very excited for that. I thought he was going to make it. I mean, not out, but at least he was going to
I mean, maybe he did, but he's just too under level. It's level 1 Death Lord, yeah. The damage is quite a lot still on level 1 Death Lord. I think it does, like, if you let it just hit you, it's like 60 hit. I'm trying to remember. I think it's like 2,600 damage or something. For a full set. Yeah. It really rivals Maiden ulti in the early levels of his damage output, which is insane. Maiden ulti is like ridiculous.
Yeah, you never let it complete him.
No, you don't.
So what you're telling me is Death Lord is to give you armor as well.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Rick's just in the most mischievous smile.
That sounds good to me. Alrighty, you can cast Maledict on yourself, and
it gives you armor.
You heal for the amount of damage you do in bursts.
That'd be correct.
That would. Anyway,
change the shard. The shard of it didn't have such a long cooldown. Much better, but the long cooldown.
Yeah,
you're so starved for farm.
To me, it doesn't make a lot of sense, unfortunately, this shard. Welcome to the Witch Doctor podcast. It seems nice, though, because you can go, oh, it gives me basically invulnerability for 2 seconds that allows me to do damage in return with a 0.1 second cast time. Sounds kind of like a Yule Scepter, or sounds kind of like a not a Force F, sounds kind of like a Glimmer Cape, right? But the problem is, it's like, it's just built for the mid-game, and because you can only get the shard around 20 minutes, it's only strong for like 5 minutes until you get like Ags, and then your 25 talent after that. It's just, it's not, I love it. I really built it
like a Yule Scepter's better.
Oh.
Really good. Look at the Fissures. Can they get him a second time? No.
Oh, they messed up on the stun.
They did, but it's okay. They'll just back out. Get the Blink Dagger. It's no big deal. Oh, Vanscore though. Revenge of the Witch Doctors. There we go. With the shard, it actually hurts the Earth with a fair amount. Lord up as well on the backside. The Ravage giving the more quick stun. That Ravage actually counter-initiates perfectly, but Kuman has enough time to wait for him back to safety. Activates the BKB. That wants to fight Flizzy. Vanscore's not gonna die today. Vanscore, Death Ward, puts Flizzy in a pickle and ends up murdering this poor Tide Hunter. They're going for Caudle, and this will be an easy kill. Only Wraith King gets to survive. Hellraisers take 4 kills for none.
Yeah, and actually, I think missing that initial fissure, missing the initial aftershock after the fissure, right, after the Aegis, might have just won Hellraisers, dare I say, the game? Because that gets them to basically commit to that fight, and they're not quite set up for that. Gambit, yeah, the Ravage is okay, but it was used as a really... the counter-initiation was just too late, frankly. It was a good Ravage, but they needed it like a full second earlier. Yep. And I can't blame our Tide Hunter for that. His team would just win ahead without him because they're so damn mobile here with the Void Spirits, really. They just kind of got caught up in their own mobility, and they kind of left the rest of Gambit a little bit too far behind. And Hellraisers, you can't let him do that, especially with the way that Kuman's built this game. He wants to nuke your heroes down. If you're out of position, he's going to punish you like that. And he did. I mean, we've been praising Loranoff all game, and I will continue to do so because he's a strong player. But that was not the best, 3 minutes of action we've seen in the game.
No, the problem as well now is that the Wraith King has reached 40s. Compared to most cores, and more flipping cores up, right? So, always said yes, they can win this goes like 60 minutes in. 60 minutes when you have like hexes, orchids, stuff like that to Morphling. Yeah. Right now, you still don't have those items, but the core of war is starting to benefit the Morphling greatly, which always was the case. Right?
Radiant's top tower
and I was listening to the panel. I don't remember which panel I was listening to. A lot of panels recently. Even I talked to like the panels in the shower and stuff like that. Like the. Anyway, bad joke. That one didn't really land. Anyway, one of them was like, yeah, if the game goes past like 45 minutes, usually teams are kind of in uncharted territory, right? And the game, it becomes a lot more instinctual for everyone, right? There's not really game plans drawn up. Whereas in this situation, each team has been here many, many times already. They kind of already know what to look for. So it goes Loranoff coming again. Lezo onto the BKB. They want to try and blow up the Earthshaker, and they have. He can find back, though. Has a cast now into the wall. Loranoff in trouble, getting burned down with the Aeondis to save him. And it looks like Hellraisers is going to make the call to back off. That Tide Hunter Ravage is at the ready. Will, though, having fought back, has been able to give his abilities back to Kuman. For now, though, they're... Go back in. I do wonder. That Aeondis, a really good purchase here for Loranoff, and that's the way to counter it. I spoke of if you're out of positioning, you're basically dead against this team. Well, Aeondis gives you about 100 second or in this 90 second buffer.
Looks like he's going for the plus 100. Tell. Build it wide. There's soul booster for. And if there was Octarine, that would also boost up. I wouldn't mind that build. The Void Spirit knows he has to kind of take a more predominant role this game as the game goes late, because I'll fall off. Wraith King, unfortunately, not really the impact I was expecting, or maybe with a Swift Blink, which I think is his next item. Or should be, hopefully. Get the Blink Dagger already.
Yeah,
he could start really bursting on the wall.
He's quite farmed, and yeah, I don't really know what he would go for after this. Quite a tanky boy, though. Well, twice, that is. Man, score goes down today.
The Wraith King really wants to murder Vanscore. It's incredible how much Vanscore keeps surviving these fights, honestly. Just because of the counter initiation of Hellraisers.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that's the biggest weakness of the Doctor, especially as the game progresses away from his peak timings. His cast ranges are just hot garbage. Hot garbage on all of them. He just needs to put himself in a very perilous position every single fight. And unlike the rest of his team, he's not tanky or can morph into more strength or takes 50% damage from the front or has 24 armor with double the regen, you know. He's made of paper. He's the equivalent of a Kyle in this game, so Bubber doing a decent job as well, staying alive in these engagements. 2, 5, and 9 here with the Force Staff into the Glimmer. He's not decided to go for the Aghanim build, and I think that's fine. It looks like for now he kind of accepted that he just needs to here just to let his cores farm. He can't really be affording to push out any of these waves, which is why we see the Coddle so poor. He is richer than Excess Vampire, but again, Excess Vampire, I think, doing the same thing. He gets the Vessel. It's the only item he really needs. KB's a luxury for him at this stage.
I think that right now, Gambit, is looking for the opportunity to take advantage of this that you're talking about to get like a single pick off, but Hellraiser's not really keeping banding together. I feel like there's not even the time for Hellraisers to necessarily like smoke or anything. They are losing resources when they band together like this, of course. Not all their cores will be farming as efficiently. Because you're beating the enemy team and they're playing forward at 1-2, I don't think it matters. Timbersaw has surprisingly maintained himself with
yeah, once again, it's like, Nyx, how are you doing this?
Yeah. I'm telling you, dude, it's really just the, it's Nyx, Limp, these kind of players that you go, but I thought you were playing aggressively, of course. Where's your farm coming from? He has an axe. We got a love.
That's a ton of damage, Eternal Shroud. He's got Boots of Travel. I mean, you look at him and he's actually 5 levels above Rezo right now. And the farm as well between the two. Not that close, it's 10K. That's a ridiculous amount of farm. And yeah, I mean, again, when I asked you earlier, you said you pleaded the 5th. Again, I don't really know what position I would put Nyx in this game because he had the solo lane. It was a tri-lane for Rezo, which will explain the level depth.
It's pretty much a 2, honestly. Right now, as we can see, it's pretty much a 2.
Yeah.
What will Gambit do to defend this Roshan though? They need to. I think if this Roshan falls and they lose one of your big advantages, which is the pick-off potential. Because Hellraiser can just threaten your high ground.
You see that? Nyx ate that stun and Hellraiser didn't even move. They didn't even blink an eye.
Oh, they go for that. No! He did it! Vanscore's dead. The game is winnable again. Okay, they now go for the Timbersaw. Much harder kill. I don't think Nyx is going to die. If anything, he's going to kill your whole team. Red Team walks in. Fair amount of damage. Most likely supposed to be sorry though. As they come to destroy Blizzy. No Ravage now, which means Earthsprade's going to die. Now you need Xani to leave. What was that fight?
Going back in?
Lorn up. Again, no Ravage.
All right. Yeah, they're backing up. No, Xani, he blinks in forward aggressively, but the rest of Hellraisers, they want nothing to do with it. They're going to back out without Vanscore. They need the Doctor here. Yeah, that was a very aggressive move. Nice job there. Good target priority by Kuman, who he realizes who we need to kill in this fight for it to basically be a one fight. Favor of Hellraisers. He just locks down, completely kills the Tidaner. And unfortunately, I think Tide is probably a little bit upset. He would have lived a lot longer had he not immediately purged off the E-Blade, but because of his passive, he purges it off immediately, and then Kuman starts just wailing on him with the right clicks, and he's got way too much damage here. So just an unlucky interaction there. Might have lived a, an extra second longer, been able to get off a Ravage, something like that.
Yep.
Not the case here.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like Gambit was really ready to fight this, but luckily for them, the Roshan was the longest possible.
It was.
So now we actually have a Tidehunter back in 4 seconds. It's fine though. I mean, they have Tidehunter now, so even if HR tries to go for this, you have a Ravage, which I hope you can get off this time. Like, it's incredible. I wasn't really concerned the E-Blade as a way to deal with the Tidehunter, but it seems to be the case, right? Because Tide didn't go for her to Defiance this game. Leave. Yeah. Oh, he did go for the Piper. Morphin deals a ridiculous amount of damage.
He does, yeah.
With E-Blade, he's bursting it down. That's incredible. He has Shivas and Pipe. Oh my god.
At this stage, it's. I mean, he's fully online this Morphling, isn't he?
I take it back. I hate this hero again.
I mean, you look at Tidal and you go, what do you? How can you kill him? A Kraken Shell? Yeah, but Kraken Shell does not give a damn about 500% crit. Fan score is going again. Now Zani this time double fissure. Then she traps himself fully in the X. Needs to blink to get out, but he doesn't have that break second, so he doesn't have any two-side contribution other than the burn off the Radiance. Fan score will die. Zone off. Uses the BKB, runs him down. Zani's now 5-3. But it looks like the rest of Hellraisers still not back off.
Oh no! It's Morphling time! He just goes in for the Tider, or going up for Sarkandri. They want to murder Pummer, and they go for it off next. He has an elastic into Scotty. Scotty's doing absolutely nothing. They stop with the Yosef off this one with a Swift Wing buff, and that's what the kill him once. Then they kill him a second time. It seems like they might not be able to, as he has the BKB, but from behind, Morphling jumping in, Swift Wing available yet again, and this will save Scotty's life. But you are completely useless. Okay. Morphling is outclassing into ridiculous.
He is, I mean, really, so is Lil here, to be honest. They are like trapping him in tiny prisons every single time. And that's always something I mentioned.
And the arena as well is incredible.
The arena was really valuable. This is always something I mentioned about Earthshaker, where he doesn't pierce BKB on any of his spells, but Fissure's got some unique interactions like that. They trapped him once here as well, basically hit him here, and then they trapped him a second time, and then they just leave him in the dust. And it's like when Tusk kicks your 4 away, right? Like that was a counter against Ben or Versa for some time. And this is a little bit more difficult to get right, but when it works, it's so good.
No, it's entirely. I mean, it's also the fact that I think Rezo has kind of given up on trying to be like, oh, super arena, spear someone to the wall, and you're just trying to put arenas in choke points, which is completely destabilizing Gambit's team fight. And the execution by Hellraisers, I mean, they made a couple mistakes in the mid game, but now they're back on top. They're making no mistakes, which is giving 0 opportunities for Gambit to come back. And that puts them in a really difficult position.
Goodness, this GG rune though, Wraith King is very scary.
Radiant's top
Gone for the Mortal Strike cooldown, giving a lot more damage output here.
Yeah, you need to, because this game, if you want more late game viability, you need to go for the Mortal Strike. I think a lot of Wraith Kings started to realize this and were like, oh, actually, Wraith King is not the best late game carry anymore. No. Surprise, surprise. So with the Mortal Strike cooldown, you kind of elongate your window. I think your window opportunity with Mortal Strike cooldown 45 minutes, but not against it.
Yeah, I think the Wraith King can go for the Wraith Fire Blast builds and just afford to be a tanky boy. By still going for the same item build and progression, if you have something like your Morphling in the mid lane, right, who is going to be your late game carry. Unfortunately, he is the late game carry here, at least before Tide gets his 25 talent and turns into the Tide washing machine. But
he's not going to get there at this rate.
I don't think he's going to get there. Exactly right.
I don't think they should have sacrificed Tide as one thing. In the case of Hellraisers, you kind of bend it. So you forced Hellraisers to sacrifice Rezo, right? And you made him a weak keep. Tide is an easy lane. How is that Tide now in the same position as Timbersaw, right? And low enough kind of recovered. I think by doing that swap, you actually wasted much more energy, whereas Hellraisers adapted to the game. Right? Hellraisers went, alright, so the Nyx is carrying us, no big deal, right? Whereas in the case of Gambit, they should have allowed the Blizzy to have much more impact than the Tide Hunter.
Yeah, which is really interesting because something that I've agreed with you on that we both thought was interesting in this game was the decision to go for the E-Blade first, right? But it ended up working, so just playing something and adapt. This will start off with a really good game plan here, as apparently some sound still reset. They found her spirit.
Also, that's the first life for making. Maybe a second one as well from behind. Lord out trying to get more space. Okay, there's the BKB used by Xani. At least they waste the BKB. Morphling is chasing after him though. Can they cancel his TP? They cannot. The visual was perfectly timed, by the way. The BKB was Yep. And instead, it's Lord Alpha who's the target. Do we have any sort of catch in Timbersaw? Doesn't seem like he is this whole game. He does a Hex though.
Yeah, he sold the Yule Scepter for it. Let him go. He's going to cut the wave, but he's already let 2 waves on through, and that's more than enough damage here, more than enough time, I should say, for the likes of Hellraisers.
We do have Ravage, guys, by the way. I know we forgot about this skill, but it is a thing.
It is a thing.
If they can jump on Morphling with Swift Link and Ravage, there's a chance they can kill.
We haven't had a good opportunity to ever get it off here, it feels like.
I mean, they've been okay, well, sometimes Wraith Fire Blast. Oh, nice BKB there with the Aeon to save it Lord up as well. Why Ravage? You can just walk in, Wraith Fire Blast. Let's get away this fight. Morphling is down for the count. Oh my goodness. Resolution though, fighting in the middle of the arena. A bit too strong. Lord up hoping to get this kill. And now Rezo will fall from behind. All right, guys. Yeah, this is madness. You've heard it before, or you heard it here first. Wraithfire Blast, the true counter to Morphling. He never sees the skull coming.
They hit him with the casual.
Oh wait, they're still fighting in the mid lane. They're trying to kill the Witch Doctor.
Yeah. They will.
It's very important.
It is very important. Yeah, I mean, all Bubber does there is he hits him with the Glimmer Cape. He walks up and smacks him to death on the first life. Nobody helps him out. Nobody eats the Aether.
They have no save to be perfect.
Sure, but you've got a Timber who can just Timber chain in and go, don't worry, get down, Mr. President. I'll get the Aether on it for you. I'm a tanky boy, right? Yeah. But no, nothing. So he doesn't even get the chance to attribute shift. His second life is immediately wasted.
Oh. So, I mean, it's exactly what we said was going to happen, or that could happen, right? Except that I wasn't expecting the Wraithfire Blast to be the initiating part.
You know what's interesting is I feel like Hellraisers, this might be kind of, oh no, they catch Will.
I don't even
Must have been. Oh, he's cutting the wave.
Oh, Lorinov
you
just
naughty boy.
Ah, well played, though. Good Lorinov.
Yeah, well played. Oh, Divine Rapier. Oh, they're trying to end right now.
I love watching this region.
Yeah.
They never fail to give you a weird and entertaining game.
I guess my question would be, Avo, who do you send in there? Do you send the Mars in to eat the Aether on it, or do you send the Timber? Alright, there's the Divine Rapier reveal. On the Nyx, not the ideal target. You'd like to one-shot Van Scope your highlight reel, ideally.
Oh, they point the pick too. Yeah, this will save him though. Morphling comes in to someone to get out of the arena. Lorinov is not going to be caught here, but
Timber chain
long-range Timber chain. Nyx sees the Wraithfire Blast, immediately retreats.
Yeah,
he knows what that power, the powerful stuff.
He knows what follows the Wraithfire Blast, and it is death. And destruction, as this Wraith King can lay waste to them rather quickly here this game. Going just for more attack speed, he's going to toggle off the Radiant, smoked up with his team because he is no fool, and they could look to try and maybe get the head. So, in some trouble. They don't want Rezo though, they want a bigger fish. They actually spotted Nyx leaving the base here. They also have a courier here, so keep your eyes on this one. See what that's going to be first. Sonido is going to find Nyx. Timber chain will go. Does a lot of damage. That's right here. As Nyx with the BKB will be able to live for now. They cancel that secondary TP. As they're going to let Puma come farming. He's not going for anything too crazy yet. In fact, he's going for quite a tame item here at 50 minutes in. This is really an Incolence.
He's clearly not just building an Aetherlens, he's building an Octane.
He wants to wave on a little bit further. Just a little bit further.
Enchant Tournament doesn't have quite enough range. Even though Axe does give it to you. No, Octane Core is a good idea this game because you're depending pretty much on E-Blade and Enchant Tournament as well. I love that. I think the solution out for Wraith King is you start slowly replacing a single item for Divine Rapiers. And this is the equivalent of, you know when people like replace their teeth, jewels?
Generation.
That's the thing that rappers do, right?
I don't know. No play here. So it's going to run this one. They have once, twice now, but they cannot chain the stuns correctly. E-Blade is going to catch him, disarm him, but he'll be fine for now as the rest of Hellraisers, they're going to go out and just out of here. No longer want to take that fight. Lots of blue in the inventory here for Timber.
I think we need more catch though. Yeah, he's going for the blood. He is very
incredible. Like, how is he only 2k behind?
He's been, I mean, shoving lanes.
Yeah, sure. I totally, but it's a Morphling, right? Like, you know, you tell me that the first 30 minutes of the game. Totally, I understand. I get that.
But 2015, Timber's still big irrelevant.
Yeah, that's just surprising. Well,
Sonic starting to tear through,
especially with the Divine Rapier, right?
I mean, it's getting to the point that Tide might even get his.
Told you, dude. If they make it into the
Washing Machine Tide.
It's gonna be real good.
I think Rezo's a much more valuable target.
Dyer's bottom tower.
He's simply an easier kill as well, isn't he?
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, that's what I meant. An easier target, like more value target to go on. Is what I meant to say. Not necessarily like more valuable to kill.
Sure.
Yeah. Octarine Core also on Bill, so that's why he's just copying our Shaker's build. Lorinov just wasting his time. Kellen's the Morphling. E-Blade for Lorinov, who still has the BKB, so he's fine.
That works second after that fuse. If you're in some trouble, Kumon catches up to him in the back line. So Asani heading right for Nyx. It's the tankiest man. He's going to eat the head. He's going to kill him. He's going to be pinned to the tree now. They need a little bit more damage. Nyx doesn't want anything to do with this as Lornoff and Kuman now returning both to the fight. Kuman has got his BKB, Lornoff does not. Oh, Lornoff does have his BKB, pardon me. Rezo though pops his, he's going to be walking around as Nyx heads right into the 8th Remnant. Lil has another fissure here as they actually trap Nyx this time around. He's unable to find a Timber Chain, even though it's the longest one in existence. It wrapped around the entire world and hit him back to the head. Didn't hit a single tree there. Nyx though is in trouble. As hitting him now is Sonny. The fissure though perfectly placed with Rezo blinking right into the 8th Remnant. Sonny though is still alive as the Kato will finally be nuked down. We still have Ravage back. We still have Ravage. And Kuman, there's the Ravage. He can't get the kill. No, on the other side. The blink though. He's still dead. They managed to get the kill. 100 seconds till he's back. Rezo's dropped the arena, but they no longer want to be fighting here without the Morphling. They have caught Nyx, still with the Divine Rapier here, doing lots of damage. The Fissure once again being ignored by the Minotaur Horn, and the chase continues.
What has Nyx done to you, Xani? Look at him! This man is like Jason. Oh, no. He's not going to stop. He's going to chase you endlessly. There's the Hex. Nyx wants to get the kill. He's the right, but he might kill Xani in the process. That's the reincarnation pulling him down. Nyx still surviving, but there's too many stuns. They finally get the kill on this Timbersaw, and Gambit is making this win a reality. They're going to go for the tier 3 up top with Hellraisers. They might need to buy back on the Morphling.
I mean, that was definitely a chase, don't get me wrong, but the benefit is top lane was pushed out, so they just immediately turned this into a siege. They have the option, and it looks like they're going to take it, of going back for Roche. Aegis, Cheese, Refresher on it there. They did manage to burn the first life of Sonny, and that was just the Timbersaw alone in his defensive movement, so it is pretty dicey, but Timber does not have the buyback here. He's shy by 900 gold. Wow, his buyback is so expensive.
That is incredible. I mean, that's what happens. That's why you don't farm on Timbersaw, right? So you buy back.
It's like a turbo game, it feels like, doesn't it?
I have to sell your second rapier. Sorry, your boost for second rapier. So you go for the Aegis? Okay.
Do you do the cheeky emergency backup rapier strat and save for
backup?
buyback when you just have like the relic in your inventory?
Oh, honestly, sure. Sure, dude. Like this game, I don't know, because it seems like it's more even than I was expecting it to be. This one
is.
But as I said, right? Once you get to 60 minutes, once you got more catch on the Morphling, etc., it's not that hard to kill.
All right, you know what we've been seeing is some really good Ravages. You know what we've yet to see since the early game is a good Echo Slime. I think that one's next. It's like a cycle.
Well, but the Wraith Fire Blast is really what's winning the game.
We'll see here.
You gotta be careful.
They can just slow down the siege so much. Manscore hitting them now with the Maldic. They're looking to burst through the first life onto Sonny. Not enough though. Lornoff dogging the tier 4s. Wants his kill onto the Doctor, and he might just be able to get it. He is not going to be able to kill Manscore. This man repeatedly dying. The Fissure perfectly timed, but Lornoff with the BKB is going to be able to escape.
What's tank here? Timbersaw or which one? I think it's clear.
I think it's very clear here. Lornoff doesn't have BKB anymore. The 4-stab as Kuman. He's going to be chasing a little bit. A second Fissure to have no detection. That's what got Kuman killed the first time, and might have gotten him killed again if he actually went for that one. Was chasing a bit more.
What we need right now is because he has a simulate stun. Yeah, so you get the insane amount of simulates. The increased damage is nice, but with a stun now, you actually have like a long range stun simulate joke with a shard. So
you have something to rival even this freaking Fissure, dude.
Yeah.
Unironically.
It's ridiculously good. Yeah. That is one of the best talents in the game. The level 25 stun in the Void Spirit really gives you like a whole. It's like it's as good as the Splinter Blast stun in Winter, where you suddenly go, oh my goodness, this hero is amazing. Alright, time to push bottom, I get.
Time to push bottom, get that last tower. I mean, look at this. It's been actually a relatively close game. Overall, I mean, look how even close it is.
I told you, like, these lineups are not too far from each other. Obviously, their execution is also not far from each other.
Yeah.
Both make incredible plays and proceed to throw right after, and you're not sure what you stand.
Well, I would say there's this really weird, like, uniqueness to this game where, because Hellraisers, again, I call it a stroke of genius. Maybe I'm going to compound myself here and start to backtrack here quite slowly. But because of this, like, they've got really good, like, buffers, if that makes sense. Not like buffers like a Magnus, right? But like they create buffer space.
Yeah, exactly.
And
that's when you soundproof a room.
Yeah. And Gambit is, I don't know, they're just cranky and strong as well and can see right into it. And it's like they both kind of just stalemating each other. And we've seen some pretty long engagements mid lane, especially.
Second rapier.
Oh, is it really?
No, he's gonna.
Oh yeah, he's ready to go. No backup
he's hurt, man. He's got the golden teeth, man. I'm telling you.
The dentist, he says, hook me up, man. And he says, damn, you're still alive? And he's, yep. I'm Wraith King.
Yeah, exactly.
Give me your bones. That's probably what he says after that.
Yeah. I mean, his farmer's absolutely So I'm not surprised. I think second Rapier is the right. Maybe now you can kill Nick. I don't know what Nyx did to him in the past life, but like, must hate him. I think honestly at this point as well, Rapier should consider buying
we got 3 Ravages as well here.
Not enough mana to use the 3.
I think we do. It's a lot cheaper now. Yeah,
300?
300, 600, 900.
If you only use Ravages? Yes.
Yep, which is all you need.
That's good.
That's all you need this game.
Lizzie, you're walking Ravage. There we go. We can kill Nyx now. It's a reality. Finally, Wraith King's dream.
Hit into the trees.
Look at the stats. Y'all want to make this dream a reality? He used the Ravage just on Nyx. He killed Bloodstone. Okay, X Vampire might die. Yes, the Simulate stuns the Mars. Wraith King's not walking in just yet. Not a on this now. It's triggered. Lornoff. Echo Slam's been used just to murder Lornoff. Double Fissure. It's going to guarantee yet another kill. Chasing for more Hellraisers. They want to kill Cover, who has an Aeon Disc. Unfortunately, it's not going to be enough.
Oh goodness, that's one way to neutralize a hero with a ton of movement speed. Simply just make a jail. Know where you could go corral his horse.
Yeah.
Oh, this is, all right, just like that, Hellraisers.
I mean, that was just not stop going for Nyx, please. I don't know how to say it. I mean, I'm making a joke about it, but like, genuinely, he's the hardest here. You go on anyone else in that team, like Mars specifically, and he dies in a matter of hits, right? Like, Wraith King just bursts him. Please stop going on. I don't care what he did to you.
Yeah. I mean, they also, like, whenever they go for Vanscore just refuses to die. Somehow, he gives himself, I don't know, I'm trying to, what's a doctor term? I don't know. He gives himself a shot of adrenaline every single time, and he just turns it on. He cannot die.
Vanscore's incredible.
Right? I mean, like, you look at Mars, Shaker, Morphling, Timber, you go, yeah, it's hard to kill this team. Wait a second, a Witch Doctor?
There's a double Ravage as well. We're gonna kill the Morphling. And they do it this time. Immediately after Nyx now. But this, it might be a reality. Nyx tries to Timber Chain away. Okay, Xani, you learn your lesson. If not, the team is going after them. Vanscore will TP. They're not bothering themselves with Vanscore. They want to take Nyx instead. They know whose blood they want, but Nyx is just impossible. Stop trying. It is not going to happen. No matter how much effort you put, Nyx will survive.
This is like when you're talking to your mate and he's all hung up. He's like, there's a chance? No, not immediately.
I really like her. Dude, she has one boyfriend.
Dude, he's got 2 chakrams. He's got a Timber Chain that actually outranges the Earth Shaker, or the Earth Spirits, right?
Before you can even talk to the Timbers, he's already eating himself out.
He's already eating himself out, mate. That one's not happening. Come on. All right, well, we'll see here what they can do. They're going to try and force this buyback out from our Morphling, who, again, they've not yet actually gotten a single lane of barracks. They've gotten 2 tier 3 towers. But actually, they've lost the first barracks here for Hellraisers. Still up 3K, of course. That means nothing, but Lornoff here hits the arena walls. He got the Aeon Disc, which means he's going to be able to escape. Doesn't need to use the BKB either, so another win for him there. Vanscore, he's just dropping down Death Ward because he might as well. It's fun to hear the jingle.
Rezo did go for the healing tower, right?
Rezo.
You're on him right now. No, he went for the Gods of Ukraine. That explains why the arena might not. I think the regen is actually kind of fighting in the arena. Skill.
Yeah, I mean, normally I would agree with you, but you know, Divine Rapier go burr.
Yeah, Divine Rapier does go burr, but if you keep going for Nyx, then I think it doesn't go as much burr. Sani's close to level 30. Maybe level 30 will allow him to kill Nyx. I don't know. It seems like Sani's playing his own game. I mean, did you watch that Viking GG game where they were playing against Secret?
No, I didn't see that one.
Okay. So in the last game they're playing against Secret and they're getting stomped, right? And so they just, at the last moment, they all put all their ultimates on the puppy, they kill him, and they call GG. Which I thought was hilarious. And they go, and then the social media guy goes, well, at least we killed Puppy, you know?
We got him. That's always I've heard. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that you see team do for like the morale, though.
Yeah, I like it very much.
Adam 343, who's actually playing right now in the SEA lower division on Team Galaxy Racers. He would always say, one last team fight for the boys, you know? Just to like reset and just be like, all right, next game, guys, like, come on, let's kill their captain, you know? We got Puppy, GG, you know?
I like teams that do that as well, but like I think this game is what they're trying to do with
this game is not going to end in that fashion. This is going to be a bloody brawl to the death. 100%.
Any game in the Eastern Europeans are.
That is very true, but this one I can guarantee you.
There's a reason why these guys quit. There's like 5.
All right, okay, tier 5 items. Ballista, terrible item for his team. No one can use it except for Coddle. That sucks.
Oh, yes! Coddle Ballista!
Coddle Ballista. Is he even going to take it? I don't think so.
No, it's not useful at all. I mean, what an unfortunate
Giant's
thing.
Ring. Okay, yeah, for the Wraith King.
That's probably one of
We
the
saw
strongest
this in one of the upper division guys. Oh, straight up the hill he goes. My king, my liege. Now I get to make all the jokes. He's drinking all his milk. His bones are so big. He's not fat. He's just big boned. I got plenty more.
Stop. Stop. Get a Gambit.
He's a big boy. Good boy. Look how large he is.
I think the Giant's Ring is one of the strongest tier 5.
It is 100% damage for his strength, plus 40 strength, even 20%.
Particularly if you're a strength game, right? Much bigger than Roshan, actually.
He's bigger than Roshan.
You guys like Godzilla versus King Kong?
Yeah,
this is the donut
This
version.
is the real one here. This is incredible.
Who's gonna win, guys? Bet for Roshan, bet for Raven.
I mean, all right, so Swift Link out of the inventory.
Lornoff is actually played by Bryan Cranston.
This is ridiculous. He doesn't even need the boots. Yeah, he sold the boots. All right, so now, by the way, he's got Aghanim Scepter for free.
Which is great, by the way, because it's one of the strongest weapons in the lane. 5 more seconds of a team full of items? Yes, please, right?
Honestly,
Oh, 7, sorry, 7.
Honestly, yeah.
Also, you get extra attack speed when you die, by the way. They buffed it.
This is ridiculous. I don't think Hellraisers can take this anymore. I don't know how they hold against
I'm
this.
starting to think that Wraith King might actually be able to carry this game. What, Richie, I ask you, what do you do when a giant just walks into your base with 2 rapiers? Oh, he's Nyx!
Oh, there he is.
Yes,
He reflected the stun.
He had the mirror shield ready. Nyx knows
right.
he's the primary target.
Let's take a look at neutrals real quick.
Yeah, he has the mirror shield, which is the best item for him.
Yeah, it is actually this game. Book of Shadows for Mars, Seer Stone for Witch Doctor actually kind of makes him a little bit relevant, not
Yeah,
much.
Stygian Desolator.
Stygian Desolator is great. Any other great one? Book of the Shadows for Coddle, why not?
Actually, one of the best items for Coddle this game.
Uh,
Because Book of Shadow essentially makes you like a Shadow Realm.
Ex Machina is pretty decent.
Is that for Tide?
It's for Lornoff.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
That double
That
abyssal.
refreshes your A on this.
It
right?
does, absolutely, 100%.
That's incredible.
Refreshes your BKB, of course, everything but the refresher. Ooh.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
I mean, even then, is that going to be enough to end this game?
Like, even though you got a Ballista and you have nobody to use it, I actually think that the items are a bit better for it. Particularly Giant's Ring and Ex Machina are really impactful this game. Whereas, besides the Stygian Desolator, which is kind of decent up for form,
It's not bad, was it? Minus 12 armor? Nice.
and the Mirror Shield and Timber Saw, which is very valuable.
Armor plus 60
But now what you
damage.
can do is, and I'm going to suggest this, I know this might sound crazy, but just ignore Nyx. Please stop going for him.
I don't think I could do that.
Well, clearly Wraith King cannot. But I'm just begging you, any other hero besides him.
How large this guy is. Bigger than the trees. Could you imagine getting smoke axed by something like that? Like that's hiding in the fog? It's like the mist.
Actually, it's not. Oh, well,
It is. Like at the end of the mist when you see the spoilers, when you see the giant things walking around the cornfields.
And when I was a kid, I remember I had dreams. Or the dinosaurs actually. Put them down. And so that's what I think that's right.
You know, I've heard a lot of, that's actually a very common thing. And
Yeah, that's why I used to tape my windows shut. So the dinosaurs,
so the dinosaurs, they can't get in.
They can't get the tape.
They see the tape on the window and they got, nah, gotta
because
go.
the tape tastes bad.
Well, you know what's incredible is they see the mirror shield on Timbersaw and they still try and kill him every time.
I mean, I didn't see him, to be fair, he just Wraith Fire blasted. I think Wraith King is going to a blind rage every time he sees Nyx.
It's like the one Hector game when, who did he see? He saw
it was-
SVG,
yeah,
right?
it was SVG Enchantress.
Just, oh, goodness.
And he was actually playing Wraith King too.
He was. Well, of course he was.
Oh no,
he
sorry,
was playing
Scary
Abba.
Madden.
He was playing Abba.
That was a Madden,
That's
yeah.
what it was. Yeah.
Another tanky, big, beefy hero.
Goodness. You know, we've been seeing the Abba a bit more as well, actually. Popular in Division 3. Mask of Madness build yesterday actually looked pretty damn nice.
Iceberg.
Oh, double stun. Triple. Yeah, they just want to proc that Andis because they can. The next Monty has a refresher. Lornoff making the jump in. The silence onto Nyx as well. Okay, Rezo looking for a stun. Johnny just completely down. Look at that damage. First life already down. Careful here. Lornoff already popped the BKB. Johnny gets his off as well. Where is our fight even right now?
Tiny. Oh, the timber chain. This is why you gotta kill Mix. He chases you right into your nightmares. Blizzy has to get away as well. That timber chain range at level 30, which means all the talents in the world are his. They even catch the Void Spirit a second time. Dissimulate, still no shard, by the way.
Yeah, he refreshed, he refreshed.
He did refresh.
Yep, he's got another BKB. Nyx still here.
They still want to fight. Apparently for a
nice
solution.
shot.
The Ravage, he didn't kill him in time. Second Ravage, come on, Raiden. He did it. Cool Max dead. And now Gambit has the fight. They're not going for Nyx. Reggie's trying to burn the bars in a matter of seconds for a Roman god to minced meat. Gambit. That was awful.
The Durian chases down Lorinov.
Gambit manages to do another great team fight. They get 2 really important kills, but most importantly, they ignore Nyx, which means now you get a couple extra hits on him. For free.
Yeah, for free here, at least for now, as they do buy back on 2 already for the side of Hellraisers. We still have this Aegis we do for Lorinov as well. Ooh, it is looking real bad now for Hellraisers.
I don't know how they can recover into this, honestly.
I don't think you can, that's what I mean. Look at this.
keep
Zani's ready. It's an 11k gold in the bank. Just queue up the Rapiers, boys.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, nice stun on the Lorinov. That's going to get him screwed to the wall. Can they kill him in time? Nope. Yeah, Nesky's fine. That'll trigger the buyback out from the Morph lane now. Lorinov still has a... No, he doesn't have the BKB. It's a backpack. They will... Wow. That was loud.
Yeah, I think that was the enchant totem with the waveform attacks, right? Is that what that is? Because he got the skeletons down.
It's just so
At this point, I think his rating buys all these rapiers. He's going to be capable of killing a god. I mean, he only can kill a god, actually.
I mean, what do you do at this point? Morphlin's got a farm, by the way. Trying to stop it.
Oh my goodness.
I thought they removed that from the game.
That is so dumb.
Alright, well, we apologize in advance for the headphones warning.
Did you see the god with even Prince not doing it?
It's not.
You can't even get close. He went for Desolator, which I don't love. I mean, I think the Abyssal's great for catch, but I'd much rather Mars went for like X.
It was good on the first leg. They really blew through that Wraith in the first leg. No problem in the arena.
Yeah, but the Wraith has 2 lives, right?
Problem.
Is he gonna buy a third Rapier?
Honestly,
I mean, at this point, with a
might
moment
as well. I mean, he's actually, look at this. Silver Edge as well, back to the old roots along with the Swiss lane.
It's what I'm watching, I'm telling you.
It is. After taking notes here. Because I mean, a 67-minute game, I mean, this is ridiculous now.
He's like, Tres rapidas.
4 more queued up, right in line. This is now actually the true
Nice going for Octarine if you can at this point.
Everyone always forgets this is, you got a Wraith King, but now you actually have his lineage, right? Who's next in line? The Divine Rapiers. How many? 6.
Yeah, exactly. He needs all the iron in the world to build all these Rapiers. Nice. My goodness. I don't know. I mean, Hellraisers need a plan to come back into this, but at this point it seems like they're just holding endlessly. I don't feel like they went into contingency plan early enough, and they're lacking the catch that all of Gambit is building, right?
Yeah, I mean, how the hell do you catch Lorinov here? I'm serious.
With double Aeon Disc and double BKB, it's just impossible.
Double Lotus? Sorry, Lincoln Sphere now? Yeah.
It's so annoying.
I mean, okay, now he doesn't have Aegis at least, but I mean, Aegis number 5 coming out.
Oh my goodness, those illusions are stronger than some heroes.
Many heroes, I would reckon. This guy, okay, now he's got the shard now, in case, just because he has nothing else to buy.
Sure.
He's got nothing else to buy. He's got the moon shard already consumed. Yeah, I mean,
he started buying moon shard for Tide.
I would say you start, what you do is now you need to have logistics, right? You get a courier, a Divine Rapier on your courier, and then you just like hide it somewhere a little silly.
Oh, right.
I don't know, like you hide it here, so in case you do die, you can just buy it back, get recalled into the fight, Divine Rapier is freshly delivered, and just keep fighting.
Yeah, you start manufacturing Divine Rapiers a bit more efficiently to streamline.
I'm actually kind of serious. I mean, with the Coddle at this stage, what else you can use recall for?
Oh, I agree. You want as well, honestly.
Oh, you know what? Actually, we've seen.
How much is his buyback, by the way? How much?
Oh, good question. 5K.
His buyback costs more than my net worth in most games.
His buyback, I think, is more net worth. Almost as much net worth as Vanscore.
How much is your life worth? And Vanscore can ascertain it is less than Raid.
The 5/7 Witch Doctors. Yeah, I mean, real talk though, having the Coddle this late in the game is so much better than having the Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor doesn't do anything for you.
especially without even being able to get any items really in the early mid game to kind of, not even snowball I'd say, but just to keep up with the team, right? Because later on, when you get Maledict, you get like Ags, Death Ward, this is utility that you can kind of, it's not too awful.
Just I can't believe neither of these teams are really making moves. Hellraisers, I mean,
Hellraisers knows that if they go out, they die.
It's a long Roche.
Yeah, but Gambit knows that if they go in, they die. Right, so it's just, there's death lurking at every corner and nobody wants to die.
All right, what are we going to take here at level 25? I could see actually the deal to rip targets allies, which by the way, used to just be in the game. Yeah. Like that was just,
and then they made level 25.
Yeah.
I like the rolling boulder stun a bit more because you need more catch anyway.
I agree.
I mean, besides the 3 Ravages
besides the 3 Ravages that we've constantly had in these fights.
He went for the cooldown reduction, Tom.
That is? Oh, no, he went, yep, Tide Washing Machine build. He actually has the ninja gear as well, so careful for his attack speed.
I mean, he has 5k HP, think.
And the heart. The heart helps a little bit too.
Yeah, Octarine Core does as well.
Regeneration.
Alright, just again, Zani, he's just farming.
Here's my question: why are you farming?
What are you farming? I think he's just.
Why? Like, what's the? Is this just like you doing things?
Well, I guess we're asking the same question, right? I think this is just like what Dota players do, and like, you know, he's not even thinking right now. He's just kind of doing it. Zani's actually asleep. Nyx he's just building. It's Dagon, casual Dagon 4 straight away.
Sunny's just doing this, literally sleepwalking in this game. Going around, it's like, farm, must farm. Maybe if I get my 6th rapier, the game can finally end.
He's critting.
Sunny just wants to go to the bathroom really badly. It's just, that's why.
He's critting for 27. I mean, 71 minutes in, pretty soon I'm going to be calling it quits. I can only sit next to you for maybe half an hour or an hour and a half at a time. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's true, actually. Oh, yeah, it's going to start being dangerous for us. We didn't recognize the power of the Rage Fan cast.
Oh, we really didn't. All right, all right. I mean, at this stage, what's your initiation look like if you're Hellraisers? What are you waiting for?
Genuinely, you gotta just stop the. I mean,
that's what I mean. I
don't think you can kill the Wraith in time. I mean, ideally, you try to kill Earth Spirit with a more. I think Earth Spirit is still some.
Okay. Okay.
Because you only have to kill him one, not because I don't. Like I think.
Well, he's got AN disc, so.
Well,
okay, so we got restart the plan. Restart the plan. Okay.
I mean, you can just enchant Totem and break that AN disc, right? So I don't think it's still impossible to kill the Earth Spirit. But ideally, your target should be Earth Spirit, and if you could Tide, I think Tide. And I would suggest that you stop chasing after Lorna. Like, Lorna is doing a lot in these team fights. It's very annoying, and chasing him out is important. But it's very different if the guy chasing him out is a Timbersaw, which is fine, or the guy chasing him out is...
yeah, and look at it again. Just waiting in a bit. Zadi's like, remember me, punk? And gets right back to work.
Well, you know, Hollywood, they love sequels, so...
yeah.
This is Raytheon versus Roshan part 2.
Number 2. Oh, goodness.
Oh, once we got Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito is racing. Alright, can anyone even use...
Danny DeVito's Roshan would be
okay, now we have Will-O-Wisp. That's actually really, really nice. I mean... Okay. By the way, Stygian Desolator, he's currently have the Daedalus queued up. It just seems like... I hate to say it, but it seems like there is no plan. Like, I mean, what do you do?
I did.
The second one for Nick.
Second Ravage. They finally killed him.
All for you, buddy.
He has 5 back too. They really hate him.
They really hate him. They do, with a passion. Long stuns here. Zandy's going to defend with the tier 3 tower. Lornoff jumping on in. There's going to be a little bit of control. The Hex as well. The stun keeping the Wraith King away, though. Lornoff with the BKB on the first leg. Another Abyssal Blade. As the Death Warder will tickle. Oh, not that. They're going to kill him. He's going to die. He's 100% dead. Yep. Okay, there's the first life. Nexus Vampire.
They got the spear. Yes, they did. Now Lornoff's in trouble, but Aeon-Disc, second Aeon-Disc will save him here, and they're capable of getting away. Dagon breaks the Aeon-Disc, Nexus Vampire. He could be in trouble as well. There's no more Aeon for him. He eats the cheese, but it's not enough healing, actually. He has too much HP. They hex him. Guys like them have. They go for the ball. Like, the Echo Slap breaks everyone in half, and now Swayze's struggling. He wants to get away. Then Ravage finally comes out. They're trying their best. The Morphling jumps out. He's out of this engagement. They're actually going to do this. Swayze finally died. They took down the Tide. Earthspirit still somehow alive. Goes for the Morphling alone. Wraith King against his mortal enemy. Nyx shall die. Nyx will die. Wraith King trying his best. Anxiety will do it.
They did it. They got a dieback. 3 Ravages, 4 lives later. A buyback as well out from not only Polizzi. It took the 3rd Ravage to get the job done there. Echo Slam barely did any damage to these heroes, Avo. I can't even say her name anymore.
Oh, my.
And you know what? It's still not even safe to go high ground because we didn't get the buyback up from the Morphling. We got another Echo Slam because Arcane Blink, by the way.
Donnie no longer has a purpose.
They just keep Zani. He's doing a good job getting all the control as our ears are moving. Zani's going to be killed off of that Maledict, though. There's no chance he lives. The first life now gone. As Rezo looks inside for the arena, they have speared him. Oh, they messed it up. And Rezo, he's not able to finally get this one done. The hit stacks now on the moment. Can they kill him in time? Double fire now. Counter initiation. As the Echo Slam is a big one on the floor, but we have Ravage coming forward. The fight. Brooklyn still alive. The big crit out from our Wraith King. He's got him down for the count, but he's got the buyback now. Back in, and the second life, they want to burst him down, and they will get him. He needs to TP home. He wants to try and set these Divine Rapiers, and he will be able to get the play done. Drops both of them in the fountain. He'll pick those right up away. And you know what, that Avo, all of that for the top lane of Barracks.
Bottom, but no, top.
No,
How did top fall? Was it the green?
It must have been. Who knows? Yeah, between one of the 4 Ravages, I'm sure.
That's incredible. What I don't understand, though, is how all the resources that Gambit had to fight were all located to one man, and his name is Nick.
No, honestly, I think that's the right call because he's still dead.
No, I agree.
He fought back. I think
the second kill was the right call. The first
kill
with 2 Ravages.
Let's just take a look at this death summary here because
I mean, I'm not even criticizing that anymore for this. It's almost commendable the amount of hatred you have. I feel like I'm watching an anime right now.
Bloodthorn, the break. I mean, it's just a ridiculous amount of. They just locked him down. I think actually, and this is crazy. I mean, I genuinely say I think because I've never seen a game go this late. I think this late, 76 minutes in this current after neutrals? No. After neutral items have dropped? Definitely not. At least casted personally. I think our Timber, he's got to just kind of be the frontliner now. He's still kind of playing this like it's pre-60 minutes, and it's not. I mean, it's crazy that I'm saying that, but he's still like constantly diving after these backliners. I don't think that's his role anymore.
What
for Nyx?
Yeah, I can see your like he's no longer the super immortal tank, and I agree.
Yeah.
And they're choosing to punish that a lot. And mind you, any kill they get now in the next, like, say 5 minutes, I think it is 4 minutes, it's gonna punish him heavily because he has no buyback. Also, not enough farm for it. He went for an Aeon disc.
Morph doesn't have buyback either, and a big Discord starts to break after you're on a call for 76 minutes. Apparently.
No, that's true actually.
It is true. Okay.
And the game will start to break, and like, oh, he has a 3rd.
Who's rape? That must be his. Yeah, he's got refresher, but how do you like? This is genuinely getting to the point where, like, Death is literally going to be the Wraith King's bitch because he can refresh his ulti, right? With the refresher. I don't know. I don't know how you kill this guy anymore. Like, genuinely speaking, I don't know if he's killable. The Wraith King.
I mean, to take away his rapiers because of the TP.
Yeah.
The fact that you finally got him after so much, and it was still a bit of a blunder, I guess. I don't know. I feel like the last few team fights were really well coordinated. Real objective. I understand Kuman is no longer giving you that, not putting himself in a dangerous position.
Because he doesn't need to anymore.
We just gotta bide your time. There's so many ways you can initiate on Nyx without like guaranteeing the kill, where Wraith King can just be guard and you can just go in with Rav. Especially because Wraith King has a big. The issue is nobody in this whole game. Right, so you have no dispels for the stuns.
You're absolutely right. Well, we say that. Nope, still no Axe for the Earth Spirit.
Once he gets it, maybe.
That would be the only consideration I would say. 1 minute. Yeah, I think people are probably using the breast. We don't get that luxury, unfortunately.
No, we don't. The adamant scream.
All right, so that was a short minute. As
Mars is gone. So yeah, at this point, Morphling might have to consider Rapier. The thing is, Morphling is a.
No, he's really not, especially with the E-Blade builds. I mean, at this point, he's basically into stats as well, isn't he? Because with the Octarine, a little bit of lag. Oh, goodness.
Oh, at this game.
Probably means can we bathroom, and everyone goes, yes!
So Uje minute 8. Already at minute 8. Like,
yeah.
Yes, already at minute 8.
Probably means like you gotta take the It probably means something a little bit more casual than, excuse me, gentlemen, would you like to use the restroom?
Like in
some
Peru,
variation.
whenever we say that, we say, or do you need to evolve into a sailor? That's what the people say, and I'm like, that is the most... If you guys watch Dragon Ball, you will understand why.
Alrighty. I mean, Gambit now with a 35K net worth difference. At this stage, really, net worth, it's kind of impactful, but it really just comes down to, are the supports 6-slotted? And that answer is quite simply...
Oh, lagging. Oh, are you guys lagging? Oh, I missed the P for the L. Sorry, guys, right?
So they're not talking about the bathroom.
I think, right? Can you just open chat again?
Anyway, as I was saying...
are you guys? It's like, are you guys all like a bit laggy? And then they go, yeah, since minute. Okay, so there's been a bit of like server issue. By the way, the game around minute 80 or so, there are certain heroes start breaking the game. These heroes include Darkseer, include Void Spirit, include. So if all of a sudden you see someone that's like defecating flames all over the map, that's normal. That's what does.
Or it's Nyx buying the shard.
Or it's Nyx. Well, then you have to. Oh my goodness.
Bad score. Kill Luis. Can they actually get the job done here? Double Fissure now committing to the second Abyss of Blade. They want bad score dead. And down. Number one comes through. That's going to not get him a single kill. Actually gets the one. And Ravage again. As they find the Morphling. He's dead. He's dead. That's dieback. That's GG. Zani, he is unkillable here.
Now he has one last task. He has one last task. To murder. 6 needs to die. And they did it. Gambit now should secure the game. There's the GG. They actually brought this back.
Yeah, I mean, I said if they could survive past minute 32, they had a serious chance of taking it. I didn't think it would take it on top of that. I'm going to be completely honest with you. But hey, that is after minute 32, so I'll take it.
Oh my goodness. Gambit